Awesome. Well, welcome everybody to our Getting Started call. I am Michele McCay and I'm from Oxford, Mississippi. I've been a nurse for over 35 years, and that's hard to say when I'm 29 and holding. That kind of threw me a little bit. But I've been in Partner Co for a little over, let's see, a year and a half, but I joined as a product girl. I had no intention of growing this business, and lo and behold, here we are. So 6 months into it in terms of really growing the business, and just so thrilled to be with you guys. And if you've not heard my story and my why, my mother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's at 55 and died at 62. And now we know that these amazing drops help correct insulin resistance, which is the leading cause of Alzheimer's. So that is why I have a fire under my tail, really getting me out there, wanting to share these drops with everybody. So you'll hear me say, we got to get these drops in the hands of millions, because we need to prevent some of these major diseases like Alzheimer's. And so that's why I'm so passionate about sharing with everybody I know. And so I'm so thankful that you, as a new brand partner, are on here with us. And I just thought that was important to share, so you knew a little bit about me and why I feel like we've got to get these drops in the hands of millions. But that's important to know when you get started. And so I am assuming, as a new brand partner, that you guys have already been trained on boards and possibly doing your first post. So I'm not going to go into that specifically. I'll go just a little bit into it because, as you know, Andrea Rosser normally does this training, and this is her training slides. So I'm going to get started and just show you Andrea. Right, here's who you normally see. And so if you have been shown boards and posting, or if you haven't, one thing that we like to share is, before you start posting, this is your look at Andrea's profile. When you go to your profile picture here and you see these three dots, this is how you turn on the professional mode. So the reason why we go to professional mode on Facebook is so that we get bigger and greater engagement. We feel, as a digital creator is what you are, if you're on professional mode, that you have more of an opportunity for people to see your posts. And of course, you need to change it. If you are private or just with friends on Facebook right now, you need to change it to public. And then also changing to your professional mode is going to get you greater exposure. So this is the, so if you need to screenshot this, feel free to screenshot this. And then, of course, once you add boards to your phone, it is a keyboard app. This to the right, if you want to screenshot it, is what you're going to see mostly when you pull up your board. So I tell people, first thing, when you add boards and you add team boards to your phone, and like I said, if anybody does not know about boards, please get back with your sponsor. I'm not going to go over that completely. But once you've added boards to your phone, you need to look over what's in your boards so that you will know how to use it. So of course, there are customer conversion tools, there's training tools, calls, groups, flyers, resources. The main thing that's not listed here is your the text scripts. So when you pull up boards on your phone, outside of texting and Facebook and your other apps, pull it up just as the boards app itself, and you will see all the text scripts and everything that is there for you. So we'll go over that a little bit later, but just want to assume first that you've already gotten on boards. But if you have a question, if you are brand new and you have a question about boards, save it to the end and we will definitely answer that for you. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. And so these are the things we are going to discuss today. So the tools that you need to grow and succeed are boards, of course, and this is our team board. So if you are on our team with Andrea Rosser, this is our specific team boards. And when you put it on your phone, it's going to be a little star. So again, if you are screenshotting this, you'll be able to screenshot this and then copy this link to boards, and you'll go directly to our boards. And so if you have downloaded boards already on your phone, you would just join this board with your email and a password. Now, the next thing that you're going to need to know is Telegram. We have a Telegram communication channel. So again, if you screenshot this, you'll be able to go to this link, go straight to our Partner Co communication channel. That's where everything is listed for you. So this training, our Coaches Corner in the morning at 9 a.m., our IPA Zoom, our Wednesday night, Wednesday Wisdom, this training, everything that you need to know, any Zoom that's coming up is going to be on this Telegram channel. Okay. Then the Circle of Health, you're going to have access to that. So that's for our customers and our brand partners. So you'll have the link to the Circle of Health. Partner Co Nation is our team page that Brent and Andrea run as Partner Co Nation. And so you're going to want to be a part of that. You're also going to want to add your Partner Co Share app. So that's off of your app store. So lots of resources there. I'm going to go over that a little bit more in detail in just a second. But these are all the resources that you should have already as a brand new brand partner. So if you have not received all this information from your sponsor, please let them know you want all this information. But again, you can screenshot it and you have everything right here at your fingertips. So we're going to go through everything right here. If I can advance our slides here. Here we go. All right. So this is our social launch. So what you're going to do as a brand new brand partner, you have added boards to your phone, and hopefully your sponsor has taught you how to do your first post. So our system of growth with the drops is posting twice a day. Okay, there is a system, and so it's going to be on your boards. You're going to see it on your boards, and you will have been taught how to do your first post and possibly scheduling your post. So that's a big reason why we do the professional mode on Facebook, is so we can schedule our post at 9 and 3 p.m. And I will say, for the ones that are in boards, the posts that are in boards, the first 4 weeks, I believe it's very important to stay with that schedule your first 4 weeks. There is a psychological order of those posts. So, and a lot of people say, well, I don't like using those posts, or I want to use different ones, or I want to change the wording. It's just very important. Stick with the wording, add a little bit maybe of your own, but try to stick with the first 4 weeks. And I'm going to explain to you why in just a little bit. Okay. So we have scripts that are on boards that help you. So this takes all the guesswork out of it. How many times have you been involved in a company like this where you go, oh, gosh, I just don't even know what to do next? How do I respond when people ask about my products, or how do I promote my products? This is the easiest system I have ever experienced in a direct sales company, is being able to have the posts done for us, have the scripts done for us, no guesswork. You will have it all just very simplified right there for you on boards. So you're going to have post twice a day. You're going to use the scripts. Then when you add customers in your business, you're going to tag them in the Circle of Health. You saw the resource, just the last slide. And then we're going to follow up weekly with our customers. Okay. So with the system of growth, with the posting twice a day, it's amazing how many people come to us asking about the drop. So just from us posting all the amazing testimonies, all the beautiful before and after results. And they're not perfect, y'all. They're not perfect for a reason. They're very raw. They're very authentic. And we believe for that reason is why so many people respond to us, because Facebook sees it as us interacting with each other. When the posts are not perfect and when they don't look professional, Facebook is more likely to see it as us interacting and sharing versus selling. If they were more professional looking, I believe Facebook would probably block some of our posts. So the whole purpose of posting twice a day is to get that interaction going. So you'll hear us say, make sure you love and comment on all of your posts and all of your friends' posts. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later, about boosting the post. But right now, focus on posting twice a day, using the scripts and boards, and getting people added to the Circle of Health as a new customer. So going to go just over a little bit of each process here. So first week, when you get people that are interested in the drops, and you're going to reach out to them with the scripts on boards, that first script is going to say something like this: thank you for asking for information on the body balance and drops. They go under your tongue 3 times a day. This is what women normally lose. This is what men normally lose. Let me know if you want a box. I buy them in bulk to save people money. So that's the script one, okay, that you're going to send out to someone. And of course, they're going to ask you for the cost, and then you're going to send them the cost. And so that's how the process starts on getting your boxes sold to your customers, okay? And then after you sell to the customers, this is very, very important. I always send from the scripts on boards the getting started script or the getting started text. You tell them exactly what to do. Make sure you weigh, you measure, you take a picture. Hey, here's the booklet for the drops. I always, right before I get drops to people, I make sure they see the booklet so they know what they're getting into. And then I also, I have this in my board. So and when you have boards on your phone, you can create a board. And within that booklet, I take a picture specifically of the directions. Because how many people do you know that don't read directions, right? Or they don't read a booklet. Even though you say, hey, here's the booklet for the drops. This is going to get you ready for the preparation for your journey. We're talking about a food list, a menu plan that's going to help you at the grocery store, help you figure out foods to buy that you're going to crave on this plan, that kind of thing. Even though you tell them ahead of time, they don't read the booklet. So I find that if I just take the picture of the directions of the drops, they're more likely to follow, right? So this is the customer flow, okay? So at delivery, like I said, getting started text, you're going to invite them to the customer group. And y'all, the Circle of Health, if you're brand new, this group has over, I don't even know now, 30,000 maybe. Does anybody know 30,000 customers on it? And it can look a little overwhelming. But I have heard Dr. Crystal Vance, who's the moderator on this, and the person that helps look after this group, there's a lot of talk in the Circle of Health. So she could easily get rid of maybe some of the things that aren't as positive in there, but she leaves it in there because she wants people to see, hey, this is not a cakewalk. Okay, this is going to be a process. So the Circle of Health is going to give your customers great support, but they're going to see positive things and they're going to see negative things. But I think what it helps them to see is this is a process. It's not a miracle. It's something that you've got to stick with, and you've got to give your customers the anticipation that, hey, this is what's happened in your body in terms of hormone imbalance or possibly insulin resistance did not happen overnight. So the first month is going to be all about discipline. Second month is going to be all about introducing the approved food list, and really, I really help people anticipate that first month, other than the discipline, just getting the junk food out of their house. I don't even talk a whole lot about the approved food list and put them under a lot of pressure. Just let them start anticipating, hey, I've got to get rid of cereal. I got to get rid of the boxes. I got to get rid of the chips, the cookies, the crackers, all those things, and then provide the approved food list so they know what they're going to start craving over a period of time, okay? So that customer group is for all of that, to help them have all the support that they need, and to help you to where you're not answering so many questions, you can refer them back to the Circle of Health. So if needed, if there is an issue that you don't feel like you're as educated on the drops, or maybe you're not as clinical, and it doesn't matter. All the scripts are there, but sometimes customers are going to ask you questions that you don't know how to answer. So you can start a 3-way text with what we call our 2x2. So it might be your sponsor, or it might be somebody that you're working with, a coworker, or someone else that you're comfortable that you're working this business with. That's your 2x2, who you feel comfortable. Someone that might be a little bit more knowledgeable than you. Start a 3-way text with them so that you can help answer your customers' questions. But also, as you start that 3-way text with them, to me, it's preparing them for future. And what future I'm talking about is, as this customer is getting great results with the drops, you eventually are going to change the conversation to where, hey, you're going to need another box of drops within next 2 weeks. I want to talk to you about how to get your drops at a better discount. So to me, that three-way text is just priming them for when you're going to hope to convert them to a brand partner, right? Because think of all the customers, y'all, that you have coming to you. If you're not new in this business, you have experienced how so many people are coming to you from your post. If you are brand new, you've got some great things to look forward to, because no longer are you having to reach out to people and try to find interest. Because you're posting twice a day, people are coming to you. So it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Even though it might be a lot of people coming to you at one time, it is a beautiful thing to have that many people asking you about the drops at once. But that's why the boards are so important as a tool to help you answer any questions or to provide information as people are reaching out to you about the drops. Okay. So week 1 is about love. Ask them for results. So the follow-up scripts are in the boards. They're going to tell you exactly what to say. And they're going to say something like, hey, Sally, just following up on you. How are you feeling on those drops? So that first week, you're going to get a variety of questions or a variety of comments. Some people are going to feel nothing. Some people are going to have great results. You just want to find out. You want to ask and find out. So make sure you're following those scripts on boards. Remind them to take their pictures, y'all. So many people will not take pictures, especially if there's a lot of weight involved. They're embarrassed to take a picture. And I remind people, hey, this is for you. This is for you. This is for your results. You don't have to post them if you don't want to. You may want to later, but this is for you to see your results. Make sure they measure, y'all, if it's none other than just around their belly, just something that they can have a baseline so that they can compare over the next few weeks. And I really encourage them to measure and weigh every week. And it's also in the booklet. So there's a little graphic in the booklet that gives them, I think a couple of lines where they can do up to 4 or 5 weeks. Okay. So help them, share tips that first week and make sure they're in the circle of health. And it's very helpful to tag them in the circle of health too, y'all, so that you can so they make sure exactly where to go. Tag them maybe on the getting started video in the circle of health so they know where to go. So week 2, things are different on week 2, y'all. Maybe they've started feeling that their appetite's been suppressed. Maybe they're starting to feel a little bit of energy, but you need to reach out. Don't forget about reaching out. Call them, text them, ask them, hey girl, how are you feeling on these drops? Tell me the good news. And again, if you haven't started the 3-way text with your 2x2, go ahead and do that, especially as they're starting to get some results. You want to celebrate them. So again, we're reminding you that it's a process. Week 1, week 2, you're working up to, hopefully they're going to have some great success in the drops where you will eventually convert them to a brand partner, but you've got to start the process of celebrating them, help them get the success they need, and then make sure that you're following up. Week 3, are you almost out of your drops? How are you doing? Going to be soon, pretty soon, you're going to need another box of drops. And that's when, for sure, you want to get them on a 3-way text or a 3-way call with your sponsor, with your 2x2. Talk to them about getting a greater discount on the drops. Now, there's a lot of variables there, y'all. There are some people that will tell you, I've not felt a single thing, no difference. So those are some people that we've got to work with a little more and more, okay? So you're going to get some help from that with the circle of health, with your sponsor, with your 2x2. Those are some challenges that we can work out together. You never want to do that on your own because some people do not get results as quickly as others. And that's what you're going to hear tonight from Todd Rowland at 7 o'clock. What we're going to talk about, why you need these drops, but he's also going to talk about why some people don't get results as quickly as others. So just want to prepare you just to know that not everybody's going to get great results that first week, second week. And sometimes people aren't going to get results the first month. So I always say the first month is all about discipline. And can you be persistent? Can you be consistent? Can you stay on the drops? So those are the things that I really want to hone in with you guys. You do not have to be clinical to walk people through success with these drops. Just follow the system, make sure they're taking the drops appropriately, make sure they're taking them as directed, and that they're starting to look at that approved food list. If weight loss is their goal, they've got to follow that approved food list. They may not in the first few weeks, but pretty soon they need to start really looking at that approved food list and truly believe they're going to crave what's on the food list once their appetite is suppressed and once the sweet cravings and salty cravings are curbed. Week 4, if you didn't convert them yet, just keep loving on them. Okay. So we're going to go over that a little bit more in advanced training, but that's pretty much the customer flow and how you're going to follow up with your customers and having the goal of converting them to a brand partner. Now, we all know that not everybody's going to convert to a brand partner. Some people are going to say, hey, I want to continue to buy from you, or I just want to continue getting the drop. So if they don't convert to a brand partner, I always put them in my system as a preferred customer. Let them get 15% off and get them on a subscription coming to them month by month. So they're not tracking me down every month for a box of drops. Okay. So that kind of ends it for the first basic training. Any questions from there? I tried to keep it as basic as I possibly could for any of you who are brand new, but is there any questions whatsoever just on following this simple system of growth, what we call the simple system of growth? And that's posting twice a day, using boards for your text scripts, using boards for your follow-up, and preparing your customers to becoming a brand partner. Any questions?